Concerning civil war. I have shown in earlier chapters how a prince acquires and maintains a new principality. Now I turn to civil war, which is the most dangerous form of strife a ruler can face, for it arises within his own state and divides his own subjects. A civil war is not like an external invasion, where the enemy is clear and the people may unite against him. In civil war, the enemy is your own blood, your own nobles, your own cities, and the very men who once swore loyalty to you. It springs from ambition, from factions, from the natural wickedness of men who always seek more than they have and resent those who possess it. A prince who finds himself in the midst of civil war must first understand its nature. It is a mixed principality born of internal discord rather than foreign conquest. Some rise against him because they hope to replace him, others because they fear his strength, still others because they have grown weary of his rule and dream of ancient liberties. The people themselves are divided. The greater part wish only to be left in peace, yet they will follow whichever side promises them safety or revenge. He who would master such a storm cannot rely upon fortune alone, nor upon the arms of others. Mercenaries and auxiliaries will betray him at the first reversal, for they have no love of his cause. Only his own troops, raised from loyal subjects and bound by self-interest, can be trusted. The wise prince must therefore act with the speed and decisiveness I have elsewhere praised. All necessary cruelties must be inflicted at once and completely, so that men grow accustomed to them and forget. Benefits must follow gradually, so that they are savored. He who hesitates or spreads punishment piecemeal will never rest, for every act of half-measured severity breeds new hatred and new conspirators. In civil war it is better to be feared than loved if fear is joined to respect, for love is a slender thread that breaks when interest pulls the other way. A prince must also study the factions that divide his realm. He who can destroy the leaders of the opposing party while winning the weaker sort will bind the state to himself more firmly than any hereditary lord. Yet he must avoid being both hated and despised. Contempt comes from weakness, hatred from needless injury to honor and goods. The prudent ruler, therefore, arms his own people, keeps their property safe, and shows himself constant in justice even while he strikes the guilty. Neutrality is fatal. He must choose a side and pursue it without pause. Fortune governs half our actions, yet the other half lies in our own hands. In civil war, she resembles a raging river. If embankments are not built in calm times, the flood will sweep everything away. The prince who prepares in peace, who knows the temper of his nobles and the spirit of his cities, who keeps his own forces strong and his ministers loyal, can turn even civil war to his advantage. He who waits for the storm will be swept aside. Thus does The Prince, by Niccolò Machiavelli, directly apply to this subject of civil war. The same maxims I set down for acquiring and holding new states govern the mastery of internal division. He who understands them will emerge from civil strife not merely restored, but stronger, having learned that victory belongs not to the just or the merciful by nature, but to him who adapts his conduct to necessity and bends events to his will.